Shalom. I'd like to start this lesson by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who taught me this 100% truth. Shalom to all the Akim and the Akwaf who are listening in. Shalom to all the Akim who are teaching this word in truth and sincerity. Shalom to all the Akwaf listening in. Today I'm back at you with another lesson entitled, They Want to Know What's Going On Now. As we know, the year 2022 has been coined the year of the turn-up. And we're literally not even 2 weeks into 2022. But we can see things brewing up already, you know. We can see the narrative being set up for all these various different disasters to hit society. And now a lot of the people now, and if I'm honest with you, it's mainly the heathen nations, but a lot of the other nations are starting to realize that, hold on, something's not right here. You know, they may have got me in 2020. They kind of got me in 2021, but now it's 2022 and we're still dealing with this shit, and this shit's not getting any better. And now, you know, there's no sign of anything getting any better. Things just seem to be getting worse and worse. You know, what's really going on here? So the fact of the matter is, people are looking for answers. You know, the entire earth is looking for answers. There's those who remain asleep, but there are those also out there who are, you know, starting to realize that this is more than there's more than what meets the eye. You know, that there is indeed a wicked agenda happening right now, right before our eyes. And people are starting to realize that stability that they once had is starting to fail. That stronghold they once had is starting to come crumbling down, man. So people are looking for answers so that they can, you know, ensure their own safety for themselves and their families and that sort of stuff. But hey, ultimately only the elect can be saved, man. You know. So let's start here in the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 6. We'll start at verse 27. For evil shall be put out, and deceit shall be quenched. And you know that's what we're seeing happening on a more prevalent scale this year. You know, what does it say in the scriptures? It says, before the falling away of the wicked, roughly paraphrasing, before the falling away, the wicked must be revealed. You know, so his skirts, his secret parts are being uncovered. All right. And that's why the tensions and the rate of how things are happening are ramping up significantly, man. Because this devil's trying to hold on to that little power that he has left. But he knows that he's fighting a losing battle. And you know, that ultimately the end is nigh. We're in the latter days. We're in the last of the last days. You know? And people are starting to see that, you know, that shit hits the fan moment is around the corner. All right. But what does it tell us in Isaiah 33:6? Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, man. Ultimately, a lot of the heathen nations, or even the 2/3 wicked Israelites, they're just confused. They don't understand. They can't understand that everything that's happening to them right now is all by design. Okay? They all think that it's just natural disasters and, the economy, every X amount of years the economy crashes and then whatever. They think that this is just, just a circle of life. They don't understand that this is the dire end, man, and that judgment is near. Judgment is round the corner. Okay? But they do realize that something very sinister is happening right now, and even more wickeder things are ahead of them. All right, but they don't have that full picture painted in their head. But we're blessed with these scriptures, Thawadati, Yahawah Hashem Yahushai, the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, who taught us this truth that we are not in the darkness, We have this, we're a part of this marvelous light of understanding, wisdom, knowledge, truth, comfort, brotherhood. All right? 2nd Ezra chapter 6 verse 28, as for faith, it shall flourish. Corruption shall be overcome, and the truth which has been... Salaki, let me read that again. As for faith, it shall flourish. Corruption shall be overcome, and the truth which hath been so long without fruit shall be declared. The fruit represents us, the hopeful elect, waking up to this wisdom, this knowledge, this understanding. This truth for so long has been separate from us, basically. It wasn't until the late 60s, early 70s, from Abba Bivin on downwards, that this truth, we relearnt the holy names, the true names of our powers, man. Yahawah Hashem Yahushai. And ultimately the understanding of this book. So we're living in some very powerful prophetic times, man. And like the signs are just so prevalent that even the other nations are realizing, hey, there's something, something big is happening. People, they have that feeling that, hey, there's something big around the corner, but they don't know what it is, man. And that's the destruction of this place, and the saints inheriting the kingdom. All right, under Yahweh Shai. Okay. But we have many trials and tribulations that we have to face before we can inherit that glorious kingdom. All right, let's go over here to 2 Timothy chapter 3. We'll start at verse 1. This know also, that in the last days perilous times shall come. It's pretty safe to say we're in perilous times right now. All right, what does it say in Jeremiah 30 verse 7? A time like never before, talking about Jacob's trouble. Okay, we're heading into that. All right, it's like we're in the train right now. We're in the underground, and the next station is Jacob's trouble. This is the year of Yahawah Hashem Yahushai turning things up, man. All right, nothing is gonna get easier. This is not the time for us to be resting. We're not meant to be in that mirth spirit, that folly spirit, that live your best life spirit. The rest we get in the kingdom. Right now we have to do the work in order to inherit the kingdom. We have to endure until the end. And this is part of it. 2 Timothy verse 3, verse 2. For men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy, without natural affection, truce breakers, false accusers, incontinent, fierce, despisers of those that are good, traitors, heedy, high-minded, lovers of pleasures more than lovers of God. I think that's pretty clear. We see all of these things happening right now. All right. Verse 5. Having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof. From such turn away. You know, we got a lot of false prophets out here coming in the name of the Lord, but they're preaching a bunch of lies, man. Denying the power, denying the true names of the Heavenly Father and His Son, saying the names don't matter. For of this sort are they which creep into houses and lead captive silly women laden with sins, led away with diverse lusts. You know, ultimately they lead the people astray, man. Which is why we have to hold fast onto what we have. Okay? And not fall for these false doctrines, these half doctrines, which ultimately, if it's half doctrine, then it's not the truth, man. The truth is full 100%, you know? Ever learning and never able to come to the knowledge of truth. You know, people are indoctrinated with so much different distractions, man. You got your education system, you got your science, you got your false philosophies, Salaki. You got these different religions, different breakdowns of the Bible. You know, ever learning and never able to come to the knowledge of the truth, man. You've got a Christian pastor, you know, preaching in that church for God knows how many years, and he still can't tell you the times that we're living in, man. Either he genuinely is a fool and the Lord has blinded him, or he's hiding it from you. Alright? Either ways, that's both leading to your destruction, man. If you following after that wicked pastor. Alright? Let's go over here to the book of Joel. Chapter 2, start at the top. Blow ye the trumpet in Zion, and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord cometh, for it is nigh at hand. And that's what we're doing, man. We're blowing the trumpet in the city. We're letting you know that, hey, that great day of the Lord is upon us, man. You know, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai is really about to unleash his judgment upon you wicked people of the earth. Alright? What does it say here in verse 2? A day of darkness and of gloominess, a day of clouds and of thick darkness, as the morning spread upon the mountains, a great people and a strong. There have not been ever the like, neither shall be any more after it, even to the years of many generations. You know, that great day of the Lord ain't gonna be pleasant, man. It ain't gonna be, you know, all kisses and hugs. Nah, man, it's gonna be gloomy. You're gonna have those dark, thick clouds of smoke from the nuclear missiles. You're gonna see the sky flooded with those chariots of the Lord. You know, there ain't never been a time like this, ever, since the beginning of time, since the beginning of the earth, man. You know, this destruction to this extent, we ain't seen. Let's jump down here to verse 11, Joel chapter 2, verse 11. And the Lord shall utter his voice before his army, for his camp is very great. For he is strong that executeth his word. For the day of the Lord is great and very terrible. Okay, the day of the Lord is great and very terrible. And who can abide it? Which is why we seek the Lord diligently, man. We don't put our trust in Esau. We fear the Heavenly Father and his Son. And that's where our power lies. And the Bible, it warns us not to trust our enemy, man. It warns us not to trust our enemy, but you know, let's bring out Baruch real quick. Baruch chapter 2, verse 30. For I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people, but in the land of their captivities they shall remember themselves. And who's going to remember? Salaki, who's going to remember themselves? That's the elect. But the rest of the nation ain't going to remember themselves. You know, they going trust in Esau. They going to call on Allah. They going to call on white Jesus. And you know, they're going to believe in some you know, comedic stuff. Ever learning but never coming to the knowledge of the truth. Sirach chapter 12 verse 10. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. And a lot of the people are starting to see, you know, the skeletons coming out the closet. They're starting to see the truth of what this devil is really about, and furthermore, who the devil really is. All right. You know, it's becoming very apparent who is responsible for all the chaos and the hell and the miseries on the earth. It only points to one nation of people. The same thing happening over and over again. But then they try and point the fingers at us, saying that we're the bad guys, and they try and demonize us. All for what? All for bringing out the truth? You know, what did Yahweh Shai say? What, do you hate me because I tell you the truth? Roughly paraphrasing. You know, that's all we do. Doesn't matter if you don't like what we have to teach or not. The truth is the truth, man. There ain't nothing you can do about the truth. Okay, you might, you know, as a heathen nation, you might get upset you're going into captivity. Well, guess what? Wasn't America, aka the land of the great, built off the backs of the Israelites? And what did we get for that? Oh, you give us the projects, you know, the council houses, the low quality of living, drugs. You destroyed the family unit, you know. So considering everything that's happened to the Israelites, wouldn't it be fair that ye shall be punished for your wrongdoings as well? Because at the end of the day, we went through what we went through because we went off. All right, we didn't serve the various captivities for no reason. We ultimately we didn't hearken unto the voice of our power, which is why we're in the position that we're in today. You know, but we got Revelations 13 and 10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity, man. So if you let us into captivity, then well, you know, as they say, if the shoe fits, and nothing can come against this council, man. You know, this you can't buck up against this truth. The Lord's counsel shall always stand. Proverbs 19, verse 21. But let's start at verse 20. Hear counsel and receive instruction. That's what we do, and when we learn from our elders and apostles and the various prophets teaching in truth, we are receiving instruction, ultimately from the Heavenly Father, because it's the Heavenly Father who speaks through his men. Okay, so Proverbs 19 verse 20, hear counsel and receive instruction, that thou mayest be wise in the latter end. There are many devices in a man's heart, nevertheless the counsel of the Lord shall stand. All right, you're gonna see these other camps, and who are not teaching in truth and sincerity. They're gonna start seeing them getting jacked up, man. And ultimately there's gonna be eyes on just on the true men of the Lord, who we believe are the men at Great Millstone. Okay. These men that the world see as lowly and unworthy, and nothing but just some niggas teaching the Bible. Were those same people you perceive as just niggas teaching the Bible, or those bums? Yeah, they're gonna be the same people, Lord willing, who gonna receive that power, man. Isaiah 59 and 19 shows, so shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him. That spiritual power, man. Because our weapons are not carnal. So Esau can come in with his guns or whatever sort of advanced weaponry that we have no information on. It doesn't matter, because once that Ruach HaKodesh is upon the elect men, and he gives us that power, then man, there ain't nothing you can do. There ain't nothing you can do to the one who the Lord's Spirit is on. There ain't nothing you can do to the men of the Lord. They will be untouchable. Okay. We have many accounts in the scriptures of the Lord putting that power on his men and them doing great things. I read the book of Maccabees. All right. The Lacedaemonians. I hope I said that right. Which are the Spartans, which are Israelites of the same stock of Abraham. All right. They ain't no Edomites. The Spartans are the Israelites, those mighty warriors. Okay. The Lord's about to put that power on us, man. But to an even greater extent, man. He's gonna really turn up his men. Lord willing, we be a part of the elect. But they don't want us, the wicked elites, they don't want us to have this understanding and this knowledge, because ultimately that's their destruction, man. And then it really makes very clear just how inferior and how much of a mere mortal man Esau really is. He tries to paint this picture that he's God, and he's this like omnipotent being, and no one can come in the way of him and his science rules everything. And now you can see he's trying to create immortality in his wicked kingdom. He's basically trying to he's trying to get back his birthright ultimately. That's what this is all about. Esau's trying to get back his birthright, going all the way back to the book of Genesis, Jacob and Esau. Let's close out here in James chapter 5 and verse 4. Behold, the hire of the labourers who have reaped down your fields. That's us. the Israelites, which of you kept back by fraud, crieth. We're kept back by fraud. You know, we have this fake money system. We don't really understand the true meaning of money. All right, you know, we have got this fiat currency. We don't use gold and silver. Okay. We don't know our true powers in the scriptures. We don't know that we are the sons of the living power. You know, Psalms 82 and 6. So we've been kept back by fraud, man. We're having, you know, you've genuinely got Israelites thinking that Esau is better than them. And that's far from the truth, man. Even in our lowest estate, we're still better than these other nations, man. That, you know, I'm an Israelite. I'm ever so thankful. You know, you got to be grateful for even just the littlest things, man. Because, you know, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, he could have brought you in this world as an Edomite. Now imagine finding out all this information and then on top of that, you're an Edomite. Imagine how you'd feel. But we're Israelites, man. And you know, we might be lowly right now, but ultimately, we know we have a blessing waiting for us, man. We have a glorious kingdom. You know, we've got the covenants written in our inward parts that we shall never go off. We're going to have slaves. You know, we're going to be rulers under Yahweh Shai. You know. And the cries of them which have reaped and entered into the Lord, into the ears of the Lord of Sabaoth. You know, that's the Lord of the armies, man. You know, Yahweh. Okay, he hears our cries. He hears every one of our cries, man. When we do these lessons, when we do these videos, when we go out on the highways and byways, he hears our cries. You know. And now, man, you need to go read Luke 21. All right. Maybe next lesson I'll try to bring out some scriptures from Luke 21. But hey, the Lord is letting us know that you know, he's here, man. And we're almost out of there. And we just got to endure until the end. Like the finish line is so close, but yet so far. You know? But closer than we ever thought it was. Romans 13 and 11. All right? So we got to hold fast onto what we have, man. And patiently endure until the end. Hopefully this lesson was edifying. And until next time, I say shalom.